Hello and welcome to the TKV YouTube channel. I am Sebastian Bloomers and I came top 64 at YCS Utrecht this weekend. I played Swordsoul, which maybe is not the deck that should have been topping, but it did. I played it because it had a really good matchup into tier. What I didn't really, and also because if I'm honest, I didn't really want to get something new and learn something new. But I also didn't realize that it had such a bad matchup into Runic Sprite. I just dodged most of the Runic Sprite, and yeah, I'll get into matchups and stuff later, but I'll show you the deck first. It is actually pretty good, so we've got 3 Emergence, only 2 of the Ecclesia. She's just really bad at multiples, and I drew her every time I went second, basically, so clearly 2 is the right number. 3 Long Yuan, 3 Moye, 2 Tyre, 1 Blackout, nothing there is anything new. I did play Sacred Summit. It was kind of okay. I drew it like a couple of times. I searched it, well, twice, I think. It was just to give me a little bit more resilience into things like Nibiru and a little bit more like staying power. So if I like Tyre, at some point I can just reborn the same, like the Tyre the next turn and stuff. It was fine. I didn't get Nibiru'd once, so that was like the main reason I was playing it. It was a thing. So that's it for the Swordsoul element. Then I played, for the Tenyis, I played 3 Adara, 3 Vishuda, 3 Ashuna, and 1 Nahata. I like just maxing out on the Tenyis because they're all really good. I played Nahata over Shatana because the effect of either of the 4s, just like whatever your 4 is, just never comes up. Shatana is the most likely to come up, but if you're playing Shatana, you're probably not, like, for her effect, you're probably not winning. And the fact that this is not a water, so you can get an extra spin off your Basha if you synchro with a token, is more important to me. And then I just played 3 Circle because it does like everything. It outs mine, it dodges Veiler and Imperm, which were really popular. It just like it searches live plays, it's follow up, it's really good. Then Kolbai and Desires because you're never not playing these cards. And then I play some hand traps. So I played 2 Crow, 3 Veiler, and 3 Imperm. If I'm honest, I think I should have just been playing Imperm. Veiler and Crow were very mediocre. Like, Crow was really good only into Tiarlament, and Tiarlament was a matchup that I already didn't, like, was already really good into, so I didn't really need it. Imperm was definitely by far the best. Veiler was fine. It was just, like, Imperms 4 through 6, but I don't think I needed that many Imperms. I don't know what I would have played in that slot instead, but, like, I just think that I should have been playing just Imperm because these were, like, very mediocre. And a lot of I drew a lot of 6-card Veiler, which really sucked. And then the reason to play the deck, 3 Rivalry of the Warlords. It's good into everything, except Runic Sprite, because they have an MST. But it is even good against them if they didn't draw the MST. So that's the main deck. It's 42 cards. Again, I probably could have been playing 40, but I just played too many hand traps, I guess. Tokens, because that's actually an important thing. And then the extra deck. 3 Monk. Very important to have 3. 3 came up lots. And then 1 Shaman, because you need Shaman. And then 1 Draco Masters of the Tenyi. I didn't expect him to come up, but he was mostly there so I could link off non-worms into a worm monster to tribute of Heavenly Circle if I got mined, which did come up once, but more importantly, I actually use his effect to pop stuff. So if you control no other effect monsters, he can target, he can destroy monsters your opponent controls up to the number of non-effect monsters in your control and grave, which is normally 2. Because you go through 2 Monk to make him often. And it's non-targeting, which is just, like, sometimes really good. And it did come up and it did win me a game, so there you go. That's it for the links. The rest is all synchro. So we played Yazi. I summoned him once, and technically there was a Chao Feng line I could do with him, but it's bad. 2 Basha, besides the actual Swordsoul, is definitely the most summoned card in the extra deck. 2 is very necessary. Basha, great. 2 Chi Shao, 1 Draco Berserker. I did play Xiaofeng. I didn't summon him once. He's probably fine, but probably also very cuttable. This was the best card in my extra deck all weekend. It destroys the entire format. The only issue is it has no protection from the runic pop spell. Otherwise, it would just be like the perfect answer to the entire format. It's so good. And it says draw cards, which is never bad. Chengying, he was big. He attacks over things, which is never bad. And then Baron. She's she's an option. She's fine. If I saw my opponent on evenly or like Nibiru, then I sided her in. But I didn't, as I said, I didn't get Nibiru'd once, and she only negated like one evenly all weekend, so she was there. Extra was fine, wouldn't change it. Maybe Xiaofeng, don't really know. Now the side. So I played a couple extra hand traps. I played 3 Nibiru and the 3rd Crow. The 3rd Crow I think was definitely correct, but also I think all of my crows should have been in the side. I sided it in a few times. Twice, I think, throughout the entire tournament. I sided it in. I never drew it. I don't think it was the right call, but it was there. In case I played like the super heavy combo tier or like I guess Sprite, but again, it's not very good into Sprite unless you already have Imprimer Veiler, so yeah. And then I played loads of back row removal. So some of this should have probably been in my main deck, given the amount of Runic Sprite in the room and how good it was doing, but I just didn't like the idea of playing Runic Sprite and against Flunder as well, which is why I opted for like Twin Twisters, because realistically you just need to be able to remove more than one thing. But yeah, I think it should have been 3 Cosmic, 2 Twisters, because Runic Sprite obviously can protect stuff from destruction, so... but like, playing this amount of back row removal was part of the reason I did as well as I did, so no regrets. And then I played 5 cards for going first. So I played an extra blackout. This was actually really relevant. The fact that I had a second blackout won me multiple games, so very happy about that. And then floodgates and pointer. This is how you win against Runic if you do play against Runic and expect to win. If I'm honest, I only won one Runic Sprite matchup, and that was partially because my opponent got a game loss. But I did play against like pure Runic, and also just flipping this against like everything is game, and a pointer is a pointer. I didn't draw it once, but like I'm no regrets about playing it. So that's the actual deck. I guess I'll give you a rundown of matchups. Round 1 I played against Draco Monarchs. Nice guy, but yeah. Then I played against 2 Tier, 2 Despia. Felt like I was playing last format. Flunderies. Then I played my first Runic. Sorry, for my first Sprite deck, which I lost against. It was Live Twin Sprite, and I kind of just lost to top decking, but it is what it is. I misplayed a little bit close to time, so is that. Then I beat Runic Sprite. That was the one where my opponent got game loss. I lost to Dim Kavui on the last round of day 1, so that put my next 2 going into day 2, but with pretty good high breakers. And then I kept winning until the against Runic Mine and against Tier, and then I lost against Runic Sprite in the last round of Swiss. No, not even Runic Sprite. Live Twin Sprite, again, because he top decked Veiler off the Kiss Kill Frost, which really sucked, but there you go. But, like, and then I lost in top 64 to Tier. I unfortunately bricked a little bit game 3, and that's just how it goes. But overall, great event. Obviously, Tom also topped, so that was really exciting. And yeah, I've got a YCS top. I'd like to shout out, obviously, TKB, the guys who traveled with me, Tom, Ping, and Lewis. I would like to shout out just like Dan for editing the profile, even though he wasn't there. And I'd really like to shout out my boyfriend, who not only helped me theory the deck and test the deck, but also is currently holding the camera. So amazing. Thank you for being supportive. I love you so much. And now that I've been cringe, thank you for watching, and see you next time.